Lady Rams pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon, the Cusumano Sports Complex, Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball here on Senior Day against the Effingham Lady Hearts. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on AM 940 and WMIX Had some confusion prior to the game. We'll slip out for a quick break. When we come back here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame, we will have your Central Christian Church batting orders for the Effingham Lady Hearts. It's Mount Vernon, it's Effingham. It's 3A softball on a Tuesday afternoon. This is Lady Rams softball powered by Community First Bank.
I'm Kevin Snyder with a look at your next rad weather. For the afternoon, it will be breezy and warmer with mostly sunny skies, high of 84. A clear, breezy, and mild night tonight with a low near 60, then a breezy and very warm day tomorrow with clouds and sunshine, high of 86. A shower or thunderstorm in the area for Thursday, high of 78. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
It's hard not to keep dreaming about all the fun that lies ahead in the summer months. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Dodge Chrysler Jeep dealer at King City Chrysler, Mount Vernon. Maybe you need a new Chrysler Town & Country before you head on to a summer vacation. Or perhaps you should look at a new Dodge Grand Caravan before loading up the kids for that next excursion. Right now you can save $2,750 on your new minivan with $2,000 in customer cash plus an owner loyalty discount of $750. Or qualified buyers can choose 0% financing for 60 months. Your summer getaways and family adventures just became a lot easier with these amazing incentives on the Dodge Grand Caravan and Chrysler Town & Country. King City Chrysler has over 25 minivans in stock just for you. Browse our inventory online at kingcitychrysler.com or see one of our associates at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois.
More Americans are on a move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Lady Rams on WMIX.
Well, Landers Collision Center pregame show, not much at once. Some confusion before the start of this one, of course. Had to make some adjustments to the field. Neither team took infield, thus catching us off guard. Of course, we're already underway in the top of the first after a 1-1 pitch. Kelly Utz, of course, the leadoff batter for the Flaming Hearts. Puts a triple down the left field line. So runner on third and nobody out here in the top of the first. Score of this ball game. We'll tell you more about who's playing where in just a moment as a change-up slips past Pontius. Randy Pontius, the second baseman, bats second, has no one count. Kaylee Tawn, I believe it is the catcher batting third. Deidre Myers, the cleanup spot at first base. Here comes. It'll be a ground ball to the third base side. Garner will pick it up and fire across to first. Not in time. Runner's going to come home. Plate blocked well by Rachel Wright. And that'll be an out at the plate. Good play there.
Well, it goes as a single because the runner beat the throw to first, and then the putout goes 3-2. And a runner was thrown out by quite a bit, actually. Confusion early is, as you said, no infield. Infield wasn't ready. All kinds of things.
Here comes the first pitch. It's going to be across the outside corner from Haley Shelf to her catcher right. Runner was going for the stolen base, puts another runner in scoring position here with one out in the top of the first. Brittany Beals, the shortstop, will bat fifth. Shelby Nunemaker is out in left field, batting sixth. Batting seventh, Sierra Kronwitter, the pitcher, as well have another ground ball off the bat at toss. To third base this time. It's going to pull Kelby off the bag. She'll make the play. And 5-3 will be your second out. And, of course, Alexis Osborne, the DP, bats eighth. Courtney White, the center fielder, will round out the Effingham Hearts batting order. They come in 16 and 13 here in the 2013 campaign. Of course, we'll meet the Lady Rams defensively here in just a moment. All of it's brought to you by Central Christian Church. Log on to thenewscentral.com for service times, webcasts, and also much more as a pitch goes high to Myers, and it's going to be 1-0. Of course, that's thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church is loving God and loving people. A runner on third as Pontius is able to advance. And so this one will be popped up left side, calling off the third baseman Garner. Will be Paige Clinton, who catches it and for an F6. We are through the top of the first. No score here in Mount Vernon. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins. You did it. It's graduation day, and you've got that feeling beyond compare. From kindergarten to graduation, your day-to-day efforts have been your first long-term investment. Community First Bank extends congratulations along with a promise. In the coming year, we will increase our community scholarship dollars to encourage graduation goals across Jefferson County and further invest in our community. Like us on Facebook to learn more. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Come see the 2013 Chevy Spark at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. It's just the right amount of small and stylish. It looks awesome, gets great fuel economy, and has lots of safety features like 10 airbags. It's fun to drive and is a safe car with lots of safety features like 10 airbags. You can parallel park the Spark where most cars wouldn't dare. And the Spark starts at just over $12,000. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Back to Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com as we head to the bottom half of the first. No score. The Lady Rams and the Effingham Flaming Hearts. Lady Rams are 9-13 on the air. Of course, Central Christian Church brings you the Lady Ram batting order. The newscentral.com, where you can watch their Friday night and Sunday services online. It's all at Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Paige Clinton leads off at shortstop here on Senior Day. Kelby Rava, also a senior, at first base, bats second. Senior Haley Lockhart, the second baseman, back in the Lady Ram lineup, has been since the Carbondale game. She'll bat third. Hannah Wright, the DP, in the cleanup spot. Summer Hobson, another senior, out in left field, bats fifth. It'll be Lauren Wilson in center. She's batting sixth. Mallory Garner at third base, batting seventh. Alexis Stewart's in right field today, batting eighth. And the freshman, Rachel Wright, the catcher, rounds out Lance Bolt's Lady Rams batting order. Of course, brought to you by Central Christian Church. It'll be Sierra Kronwitter on the mound for Effingham. Should stay in the circle. Kaylee Tom behind the plate. Deidre Myers, Brandy Pontius, Brittany Beals, Kelly Utz, of course, from first to third around the infield. Shelby Nunemaker, Courtney White, and Morgan Wilson in the Effingham outfield from left to right. So, headed to Lakeland next year. It'll be Paige Clinton leading things off here in the bottom half of the first of a scoreless ball game. Takes the first pitch up and away, and it'll be 1-0. So there we go. Whew. I think we finally caught up. We could take a bit of a breath here. As the 1-0 pitch will come, and that's going to catch the plate, evens the count up at 1-1. Should tell you, Lady Rams softball, as always, is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC, and that'll drop off the plate. 2 balls and a strike to the senior Clinton to get things going, followed by Lava and Lockhart here in the bottom half of the first, still scoreless against the Effingham Lady Hearts. They just lost the City Series to crosstown rival St. Anthony. It's a ground ball to second, picked up by Pontius. Fires to first, and that'll be 4-3. Beautiful day for softball.
Getaway day. There's both teams swinging like there's something going on after the game. Swinging early in the count. Wind blowing in. Warm, ball will carry, but not much today. The wind blowing in. You're going to have to get down that left field line to curl it.
And steps Kelby Kay, and of course we saw something down the left field line to start the leadoff batter for the Flaming Hearts while we were away in the top of the first. And that was the only offense to speak of. There was a single, but Effingham got a little too aggressive and had erased the lead runner off the base paths, and then they stranded the runner on third. So, kind of believe evolves into 1-1 here to Kelby Huava here in the bottom half of the first inning. It's a 2-0 count. Well, if that made contact with the bat, apparently not. 2-0 to count here to Kelby Kay. She'll lift one left side, and that one's going to hit inside the foul line. Rolls out past the third base bag. And that'll be a one-out single for Cuyama.
Ball that landed over there behind third base. Third baseman couldn't get to it. Shortstop couldn't range. Left fielder had no chance. Drop in the middle of no ladies' land in that case for an easy single.
So that'll bring in Haley Lockhart. Of course, we told you back in the Lady Ram lineup. Came back a couple of weeks ago on April the 30th against Carbondale. Lady Rams lost that game 11-8, but have pretty well been on tear since, with the exception of this past Monday. That would be yesterday at Belleville East. She'll take a first pitch high for a ball. It's 1-0 to Haley with Hannah Wright on deck. Here in the Lady Ram lineups provides a much-needed boost. And, of course, the Lady Ram team that goes into the Heron Regional next week needs that umph at this proper time. It's going to miss high again with the runner going. Throw is going to be off the mark, but sliding right into the tag is Kelby Kay, and that'll erase the lead runner off of the base path.
Ball bounced in there perfectly. I think it was in the air. I don't think they get her, but the ball bounced in, and Kelby Kay, the ball didn't beat her, but the tag beat the slide into the bag.
So here comes the pitch on the way to Lockhart. She'll look it outside. Count should be a hitter's count here. Up 3 balls and no strikes. Glad to have you with us from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway here in Mount Vernon. or online at FordSquare.com. Here comes outside, and that'll be a 2-out walk now. Haley Lockhart will bring up the sophomore Hannah Wright.
How many times has that happened where you get a runner thrown out stealing, and the next batter either gets the batter at the plate gets a hit or a walk gets on base?
Just saw it just then, and I have a feeling we're going to see that quite a few more times over the course of the busy last stretch of our sports schedule here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Wright will take it high for ball one. Of course, next week, I believe we have Tuesday and Wednesday, and possibly Saturday, depending on what happens. We'll tell you about that throughout the broadcast, as the 1-0 will miss here to Hannah. It will be 2-0. Of course, the Lady Rams seniors honored before the game. Paige Clinton, Kelby Kay, Haley Lockhart, Summer Hobson, Summer Karch, Ashley S. And I'm forgetting somebody off the top of my head. This will be popped foul down the left field side. It'll get out of play, and it'll be 2-1. Let's see. I have that list actually somewhere of all the Lady Rams seniors honored before the game.
There was all kinds of things going on before the game.
I think I got everybody. Hopefully I did. At least I read everybody that I, in my text to myself, as Ryder lifts one to the right side. Won't get very far. And Myers will make the grab off the first base back. So the Lady Rams will strand a runner here in the first. No score after one. This is Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 32 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties, honest deals, and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. And you don't even have to leave your home to get credit approval. Call Second Chance Auto at 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. They know bad things can happen to good people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Rend Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Rend Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. So glad to have you with us for Lady Rams softball as we head to the top of the second with no score. Haley Shelf's first offering to Brittany Beals, who leads off, is swung on a miss for 0-1. Nunemaker and Kronwitter to follow here in the Effingham half of the second. Don't forget you can follow us on Twitter to stay up to date at WMIX Sports. The 0-1 coming. The 0-1 is going to be lined to left center field. On the run is going to be Wilson. That's going to scoot past the fence for a ground rule double after a bounce.
Line drive on a rope, cut through the wind, one hopped over a temporary 200-foot fence out there. That ball's on a rope. Like I said, both teams swinging early in the count today. Not a lot of swinging in late in the count.
So we'll look for a Rend Lake College player of the game in this one. Rend Lake College can save you thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how, or see which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you. And it'll be a strike across the outside corner to Shelby Nunemaker. Runner on second, nobody out after the ground rule double. Here comes a pitch inside, going to get away in the dirt. Here comes the runner to the third base, and that'll put a runner on third as the Hearts try to threaten here. We're in the top of the second inning, no score just yet, but this gives the appearance of a possible likelihood that could change. About all of our sponsors throughout the broadcast. We get you some Tony Wiltz scoreboard updates among some other facets. Here comes fouled off, and that'll move the count.
It is Nashville 4, Benton 0 in the Pinckneyville Regional opening inning softball.
There you go. A scoreboard update powered by Tony Wilt. Find Tony in his office. Look for him online at TonyWilt.com or search for that white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with State Farm. Going to be a liner off of the pitcher picked up by Lockhart at second. Over to first base for the play, and that'll score the run.
Little RBI ground out. We'll go 1-4-3. Pitcher's okay. Good to go. Little Nick, a little graze. They're actually going to go check maybe. Umpire says she's good. There you go. I'll take care of that.
All right.
Umpire said it knocked off the glove, not her body. That's why the checking of the pitcher is not necessary.
Here comes the pitch on the way, and in steps Sarah Kronwitter, the counterpart of Haley Shelf. She'll foul one off down the third base side. No play to be had. No balls, 1 strike, bases empty. A 1-0 Flaming Heart lead here in the top half of the second inning. Next one on the way, and the 0-1 looked like it was just off of the plate to even the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Community First Bank of the Heartland. See Joanne Joy for residential loan at Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC equal housing lender. It looks like this pitch was just a little low. 2 balls and a strike now with Alexis Osborne on deck for Effingham. They lead 1-0 here in the top half of the second inning. The 16-13 Hearts. This is going to miss high. 3 balls and a strike.
Two teams looking for momentum this week.
Headed into the postseason. This one's going to be popped up to the plate. Nope, it'll scoot out into fair territory. Shuffle makes the grab outside the circle. There's your second out. Pretty good play there by the pitcher.
Yeah, the awkward turn of that glove, though. Need to do a little bit better job of getting 2 hands on that for my liking. If you're earning a check doing this, you can do what you want. However, if you're not, you need to do the fundamentals and make 2-hand catches. Hey, Ryan Reynolds is in the house.
As this one is going to be sent into left field on the lift, and a good play on the run by Lauren Wilson. So, Alexis Osborne flies out, but the damage has been done here in the second. It's 1-0 Effingham. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon would like to announce the grand opening of a custom compounding lab located right next door. What is compounding, you ask? Well, quite simply, it's working with your doctor to solve problems. Have you ever had an infant who couldn't keep antibiotics down? Compounding is formulating that drug into a suppository. Problem solved. Have you ever been nauseous and unable to take tablets? We can compound that anti-nausea drug into a cream you simply apply to the skin. Problem solved. Worried about side effects or risks associated with oral pain medication or hormone therapy? We can compound pain medications or hormone meds into a topical cream that will avoid most, if not all, of the risks and side effects. Problem solved. These are just a small sampling of our ability to better serve our patients. It's another way we at the Medicine Shop stand out from the competition. Give the staff at the Medicine Shop a call today.
This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX and WMIXsports.com.
And we welcome you back, Lady Rams softball, as we head to the bottom of the second. Effingham with a 1-0 lead. It's Summer Hobson, Lauren Wilson, Mallory Garner. 2 up for the Lady Rams. Here comes the first pitch from Sierra Kronwitter, and that is going to be sent right back to the pitcher. Off of the shin, she'll pick it up left of the circle and fire over to first base.
Pitcher's getting drilled here. When you leave pitches up and over the plate, the balls are going to get hit back at you hard.
Of course, All Stars and Stitches, one of our boosters. Effingham with a 1-0 lead here against the Lady Rams. At home from the Cusumano Sports Complex, if you need screen printing, banner signs, promotional products, if you need your logo on it, All Stars and Stitches can probably print it. See Big Dave at All Stars and Stitches, just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555. In steps Lauren Wilson. I believe the count to be 1 ball, no strikes here in the early going. As Kronwitter looks to get set. Here comes the pitch on the way, comes well inside. Wow. Yee. Have to get out of the way. Phew. So we're in the bottom half of the second inning. The count is 2-0. 1 out and nobody on for Lauren Wilson in the center field today. Pitch on the way is going to be lined back to the second baseman. A soft liner that just died at 4-3 will be your second out.
A little spinach on that one, dropping it down.
Good play by Tommy.
Yeah, that's a good play. Those are the kinds of balls that are hit toward infielders that are the toughest because of the spin, hitting the ground. You don't know where they're going to go, and just you got to have some soft hands in that case. Quick feet, soft hands.
So with 2 outs and the base is empty, and we'll step Mallory Garner, the number 7 batter, with Alexis Stewart on deck. Bottom of the second, Lady Rams trail Effingham 1-0. Kronwitter gets that pitch on the way. Will miss high, 1-0.
Mallory's due. Catch one here in the zone, let her fly.
Rams looking for some base runners. Stranded a runner back in the first. Got started about 4:31 after thinking we want to get started on time. It's 2-0, low and inside. Of course, some confusion, I believe, possibly on the schedule, and second base had to be moved back. And that kind of
her base is being moved everywhere.
Well, and the thing about it is, on the pitch across the plate for 2-1 to Mallory Garner, is that they had to do that. They had to dig. They had to move. But what surprised us is that neither team ended up taking infield to get the game started relatively on time. We were looking at possibly a 5 o'clock start, maybe 4:45. Didn't happen. Here we are, 4:31. We get underway now. It is 4:49, and we're already in the bottom of the second inning with a 1-0 Effingham lead. Here comes Strongwinter, gets set, pitch on the way, and that'll miss high on the 3-1. And that'll be a 2-out walk to Garner to bring in Alexis Stewart, the right fielder. Stewart, of course, also plays volleyball. Angie Carroll, who subsequently got married. Everybody's throwing me for a curveball. I have to remember the married names now. Remember the maiden names for all those years. I have to do some thinking on that. 2 outs and a runner on. Here comes the pitch to Stewart. Up and away. 1-0. Definitely have to think on that. Second Chance Auto, another of our fine sponsors. Your home for the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East, proud supporters of the Lady Rams. As Stewart takes a 1-0 pitch. Up in the zone, but still in the zone. The count will leave it at 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner aboard and 2 outs. Here in the home half of the second for the varsity field is number 2 at the Cusumano Sports Complex. A big rip there by Stewart comes up empty, and it's 1-2. Beautiful day for softball, though. Tomorrow should be equally as promising as the Rams will head to Edwardsville. You hear that game with DC on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. As we await the 1-2, here it comes to Stewart, inside pitch, swung on a miss, and that'll retire the side. Through 2, still 1-0 Flaming Hearts. This is Lady Rams softball, presented by Community First Bank.
The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois proudly welcomes Dr. Brian Steinke to their medical staff. Dr. Steinke earned his medical degree at the University of Illinois in Chicago and has degrees in anatomy and physiology from UC Berkeley, and he brings prestigious credentials to the center. Dr. Steinke is a gifted physician and contributor to orthopedic textbooks. Call 618-242-3778 or visit their informative website at orthocenter-si.com.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank, asking why you bank with Community First Bank. Is it knowing your deposits are also vital to home loans in Jefferson County and our local economy? Is it having your choice of convenient locations and ATMs? Is it seeing a staff of friendly faces you recognize as your neighbors? These are all reasons enough to count, though you only need one, and we are honored you chose us. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Lady Rams on WMIX.
1-0 Ham as we head to the top of the third. Courtney White, Kelly Utz, and Brandy Pontius for the Flaming Hearts. As we go 9-1-2 here in the top half of the inning. Community First Bank of the Heartland along for the ride. They are your official voice of Lady Rams Athletics here on WMIX. Also online at WMIXsports.com. We'll tell you more about them after the first pitch to White. Sees its way a little low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to White to lead off. Community First Bank has 5 Jefferson County branches. That's more than any other. 2 in Mount Vernon. Don't forget about Dick's Flip on Oneida. And welcome you back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Foul back to our left, and it'll be 1-1 here to White. Interesting. Of course, this will be one of 2 games of Lady Rams softball we have for this week. We'll travel to Salem, weather permitting, on Friday. And it's going to be a bunt drop down right back to the pitcher's shelf. Lockhart over to cover. The throw not get there in time. That was a good at-bat by Courtney White.
Heck of a bunt hit. Put it out there on that hard surface. Infield rather hard today. It's in great shape. Just a little firm. That ball dropped dead in front of home plate between home and first.
A lot of effort put into that field. And, of course, I want to thank the City of Mount Vernon Parks and Recreation Department for taking care of us and always making sure that we're able to get up here in the booth. Wes Plummer takes a lot of time out of his day to come out and let me in. And a busy man like that, I certainly appreciate and can't thank him enough for taking care of us so that we're able to broadcast the games here from home. Runner on and nobody out. Woods will take a first pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. This has been a tremendous asset to us at WMIX Sports. 1 on, nobody gone. Here comes a pitch. It's going to miss inside. A little low. 2 balls, no strikes.
I like the pagoda we have here. It's a good little place to watch a ball game.
Here comes the 2-0. Bont laid down third base side. It's going to be in foul territory. Good effort by Garner. It'll be 2-1. Well, the Lady Rams defensively, can't recall if we actually named them all or not, but out on the left it's Summer Hobson, and center it's Lauren Wilson. Alexis Stewart, of course, is in right. Your catcher today is Rachel Wright. From third to first, Mallory Garner, Paige Clinton, Haley Lockhart, Kelby Kurava. Hitter pitcher is Haley Shelf. Another bunt this time. Foul again down the third base line. And you go from 2-0 to 2-2.
And that's what I mean, it's a good play to bunt, and I don't know there is a good play. You're up 2-0, and you make an attempt to go for a bunt hit at 2-0, and the pitcher is struggling to find a play. I think at that point, the bunt's not necessary in those two pitches.
2-2 coming in the dirt. The count works full here to Utz with Brandy Pontius on deck for the Hearts here in the top of the third. It's a 1-0 ball game. Effingham struck in the top of the second, a ground rule double to lead off the inning. And eventually came around on a 1-4-3 RBI. It's going to be popped up left side. Clinton and Hobson will give chase. Hobson will be the one that gets there. Tries to double off the runner. The throw is going to get away. So it'll be F7, E7.
Yeah, you made the great play to come in, call off the shortstop, and make the catch. There is no way you're going to get somebody out throwing it from left field to first base unless that runner's at second or about 3/4 away from first. Just, one of those deals. Just take the out and be happy with it. Now the runner, it's almost like a sacrifice. So it works out the same way, but it's not a sacrifice. Now what we got going on? The head coach from Effingham's talking. They're saying that there was some interference at first base that would not allow the runner to get from first to third on the wild throw.
So there we go. Of course, anything can happen on any given day, and tomorrow is the day that anything could happen. We meet with Sarah Staley at Country Financial Mount Vernon. You get a one-on-one relationship and a plan to meet your goals. Country Financial, what's your idea of financial security? A foul ball off of the bat of Brandy Pontius. It'll be 0-1 here as it goes in the third base dugout. So runner on third for the Hearts. Threatening again here in the third. They lead 1-0, 16-13 on the year. We'll say about their postseason hopes here in just a moment. It's just a strike across the inside corner for 0-2. I believe they head to a Taylorville regional, where they'll be the 5 seed. Actually, they may not have to head to Taylorville. We'll tell you more about that. Here comes. This one's going to be just foul down the third base side. Is your DC's reaction? Can't say
That's
something.
Mr. Runner, a third baseman, a bag, and a coach by millimeters.
Fred is an eye of the needle.
Oh, yeah, there's my point guard down there, number 30. Down there in the tank top. You can't see him. You got to stand up.
Okay.
But, from Effingham on
here it comes. It's ripped into right field. That'll be an RBI, maybe more. It gets past Stewart and right. Headed to second will be Pontius, where she'll be waved around toward third. Throw won't be in time, and she's going to try to catch the Lady Rams napping. Heads home, slides into the catcher. Good grab by Rachel Wright to hang on. And Effingham a little too aggressive.
That was almost like mush ball at the high school back in the day. Hit the ball and just keep running until he got you out. Don't know what was going on there. I can't believe she got green lighted there at the ball at third right on top of her, but however it works for the Lady Rams, they get an out, but Effingham does score another run. That was back in the day. I'll give that story here after this pitch.
Don will stand in with 2 outs. We don't have a chance. It's going to right of us.
That was what, like mush ball, Wonville High School used to, get a hit. Play out left field. You hit one over the fence, off the pool wall there at the house or, whatever. You got in trouble if you pulled one foul on purpose as a right-hander hitting the pond. That was not smart. But then if you hit one, really, whatever, like that, and you just kept running until they tagged you, but that was PE. That's not softball. That's what kind of reminded me of.
Looks a lot like that.
Hit the ball, mush ball in the pond, that was a bad deal.
I can imagine. Aston will take one high.
PE teacher didn't like that.
Down as 1-1. Who was your PE teacher?
Mr. Belva was.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. You don't want to hit one over that way.
1-1 coming. I can only imagine if it's 2-1 now.
Left-handed, like I was, I'd have to worry about hitting over the fence or whatever. I had more acreage to use out towards right field because obviously the fence wasn't there.
2-1 coming. High. 3 balls and a strike to Son. Like 2 outs and a 2-0 ball game as Effingham's played at another here in the top of the third. We'll get you some more scores throughout the afternoon. As Shelf will wind and fire. Haley's offering is going to miss up and in, and that'll be a 2-out walk.
Uh-oh. The spirits are out. Questioning the zone.
As kindred as that may be, that's not what you want to have happen here as Deidre Myers will stand in. We'll have a courtesy runner over there on first base by the name of Gloria Rivera. Good times. So the umpires will write that down in the book and do it quickly, and we'll get back to work. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Online at kingcitychrysler.com, where you can see those new 2014 Jeeps roll in day by day. at King City Chrysler Senior Jeep headquarters in Southern Illinois. We await the first pitch on the way to Myers. Takes across the plate. The runner's going a high throw. Tag won't be in time. That'll be a stolen base for toss. Down is 0-1 here to Myers. That's Myers. Of course, here in the area, you'll see quite a few different spellings. As it misses outside, 1-1, you might have M-E-I-E-R or M-E-Y-E-R-S or no S. Oscar's relation. You might have M-A-Y-E-R. Baloney has the last name. Second name is just going to see nice single its way through the left field. Bobble off of the hop, and the runner's going to head for second, where she'll be out, but the run did score. So another run crosses the plate, and it's 3-0 Effingham through 2.5. This is Lady Rams softball presented by Committee First Bank.
How do the best continue to get better? Hi, this is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. We're no different than any team. When you're at the top of your game, the best want to play for you. That's why, with the addition of our new shop foreman and the rest of our body shop crew, Landers now has a combined experience of over 70 years in dealing with the best parts and repair finishes on the market. This means when you walk into Landers, you can breathe a little easier knowing that your vehicle will receive the best quality repair by the best certified technicians within a reasonable amount of time. Again and again, we work directly with most insurance companies and have loaners and rental vehicles on site for your convenience. We're proud to not only be the standard, but to keep raising the bar in collision repair. Come meet the staff, take a tour of our facilities, and get to know the Landers crew that Landers Collision has so proudly acquired. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Give us a call, 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX.
And we head to the home half of the third. Effingham with a 3-0 lead over the Lady Rams. As for Mount Vernon here in the home half, we'll see 9-1-2 due up. It'll be Rachel Wright, Paige Clinton, and Kelby Guiava. Here for the Lady Rams, of course, 9-13 on the year, coached by Lance Bolt. Still have one South 7 Conference game left. That'll be tomorrow at Centralia. That game will be on our sister station, Wiley, the Big 12-10, also online at WMIXsports.com. You'll find the link on our streaming page. So Rachel Wright will stand in, the right-handed batter against the right-handed pitcher, Sierra Kronwitter. And Effingham hanging on to a 3-0 lead as they added a couple more runs in the top half as this first pitch will miss high, 1-0. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank might be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC on a pitch that comes inside on right. Catches the corner, however, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We'll get you some scores here in just a moment. From around the area on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and a beautiful pitch across the inside corner makes it 1-2. Ooh. Hoorah. 1-2 in route. This one's going to be fired and rifled past the first baseman, past the glove. And Rachel Wright will get the second Lady Ram base hit today, a single.
Well, the best part is it rolls over the top of the order. There'll be a courtesy runner here. Rachel catching.
So the courtesy runner will be Rachel Kirsch. So we'll swap Rachel's and get back to the action here in the bottom of the third. 3-0 Effingham lead. The Lady Rams trying to make something happen as the top of the order, DC just said, rolls back to the top. It'll be Paige Clinton, followed by Kelby Guiava as far as regulation batters are concerned in the inning. If the inning should continue, barring a double play, we'll see Haley Lockhart. That's probably, you're getting to the part of the order Lady Rams want to see. Since her return after basically some CL issues, we'll call it, suffered in basketball season, as Clinton hits a dribbler foul down the third base line for 0-1. Haley Lockhart made a return on April the 30th, and since then batting .588. It's not bad. No. And it's really kind of rejuvenated the rest of the Lady Ram offense. We talked to Lance Bolt on the Saturday Sports Show Saturday, archived at WMIXsports.com in case you missed it. Of course, we talked about Kelby K's back coming alive. Paige has been helped out immensely, of course, not that she needs much of it. Foul down the third base side, 0-2.
It's like a trade deadline acquisition.
Sure
Get somebody totally new in a lineup that, you didn't have to go pick up, and it just adds a little boost to energy here towards the end of the year and gives a different look, especially next week in a regional when you're seeing a lot of teams, the same teams again.
Well, and of course, the Lady Rams will head to Heron. Pitch on the way. It's going to be a pitch outside just past the catcher's mid, and strolling down the second base will be the courtesy runner, Kirsch.
Heron has a nice little facility for baseball, softball, tennis. That's good, brand spanking new.
We'll get to see them multiple times next week as Lady Rams strolling there, the 4 seed. They'll take on number 1 Carbondale at 4:30 on Tuesday. This one's going to be laced into left. Not much of a problem for Nunemaker, who makes the grab. There's your first down.
Well, that was pretty easy. Ball flying up into the stream, didn't have much on it, and the wind knocked it down. A little draw hit and a draw win will carry right to the left fielder.
No runs on 2 hits thus far for the Lady Rams. They've stranded 2 runners today. It'll be up to Kelby Kay here with 1 out and a runner on second. Here's her RBI chance. It's going to catch the plate for a strike on the first pitch, 0-1. You're at a 3-0 ball game if you just joined us here in the bottom of the third. Renton Lake College Play of the Game will come your way in our post-game show. Renton Lake College, choose from over 100 degree certificate programs and save thousands. Log on to rlc.edu. Slow roller to second, picked up. Bonius makes the play over to first, but it does advance the runner 4-3.
Well, it's what separates the good teams from the great teams. Those great teams figure out ways to score runs with 2 outs.
And this will bring in Haley Lockhart, a big bat in the Lady Ram lineup with 2 outs and a runner on third in the third. Takes the first pitch and sends that just past the umpire who has to dive out of the way. The run will score. And Haley Lockhart gets the first Lady Ram run of the game on the RBI.
No. Home plate umpires deciding themselves. Oh, no. I know in some groups if umpires goes down, that costs them food and drinks back home.
Is that David Davis?
Oh, yeah.
How did I not recognize? So Ted Knapp and David Davis are your umpires today. I didn't want to identify one and not the other, but I do recognize Double D now.
Double D took a third D and dived.
He appears to be okay.
He's all right.
Nice. And a right will stand in. Runner on first, 3-1 score. And she will send one for a ride into left. Does it have the distance going down the line? Looks like it's just foul for a loud strike.
As down goes David Davis, he's back up on the 3 count.
You can see it. Find a Knapp at Community First Bank of the Heartland. Jared Knapp, one of the fine associates at Community First Bank. You'll find him here in Mount Vernon. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Don't want to tape too much stuff here. The paint's slowly fading away.
Had home run distance there, just pulled it foul.
Next one on the way. That's going to be low, and Lockhart's going to stay on first. And it's good to see, I know there's been a lot of ink already with Haley Lockhart returning. But, you go down, I think, I can't remember if it was ACL and MCL, but it's December the 5th. But to come back already, that's determination. Pitch on the way to Hannah Wright is going to be a soft liner into the glove of the shortstop fields, and that'll do it through 3. 3-1. Lady Rams going to run back here in the bottom half. This is Confidence Softball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins. You did it. It's graduation day, and you've got that feeling beyond compare. From kindergarten to graduation, your day-to-day efforts have been your first long-term investment. Community First Bank extends congratulations along with a promise. In the coming year, we will increase our community scholarship dollars to encourage graduation goals across Jefferson County and further invest in our community. Like us on Facebook to learn more. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
You're listening to Lady Rams Softball, powered by Community First Bank.
Top of the 4th we go from the Cusumano Sports Complex, field number 2. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Back at our mouth. Wow, back at our mouth in the studios. That Twitter update just came in. Yikes. Where am I? Holly Carroll back at our mouth in the studio. Actually, since I have both accounts, you retweeted one of the accounts I have on my phone. I get a notification for that, too.
Okay.
Anyhow, you have that score. What's that score?
11-0. Pinson trails Nashville in the regional Pinckneyville. That's settling down for a little Perry County battle.
Here comes the first pitch of the inning here in the top of the 4th. I believe Beals, Nunemaker, and Kronwitter get a start.
Interestingly enough, Nashville DuQuoin, I should say, was playing in a sectional final last year on that field. This year it's a regional.
Of course, the 1-0 catches the outside corner. I believe it to be a 1-1 count here to start off the inning. Glad to have you with us, Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. I kind of lost train of thought there on the beginning of inning introduction. One of them missed on a changeup.
I bet the alarms went off today, though, over there.
I'm thinking.
On the entrance.
Uh-huh.
You know they did. Oh, yeah.
Here comes. This one's going to be popped up left side. Clinton will give chase to the foul ground and come up with a nice grab. Missed it at Clinton, but was able to stay patient and come up with it.
Bobbled it, 2 hands. Reason she had 2 hands. She had 1 hand to drop the ball. She had 2 hands up there able to catch with the bare hand. You know what I'm getting at.
Oh, yeah.
I could see a little tantrum being thrown because I know they don't let everybody up in a certain box.
Years were grinded.
Oh, you betcha.
Right, whoever gets there first. Here comes the first pitch. To the bat of Nunemaker. It'll miss low for 1-0. That scoreboard update, mind you, is presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, see Tony here in Mount Vernon. Look for him online at TonyWilt.com, or better yet, behind the white State Farm Jeep. That's one little around town. They might have to drive over there to get that long foul ball down left field.
That's a definite road game for somebody. I'm thinking to certain that the arch rival would have better facilities.
You never know, just because of the youthful exuberance with the arch rival.
I think
you never know if they might get
would be okay with it. Oh, nasty change there.
Too high. 2-1. 2-2. How about that? No. 2-1.
I got you all shook up. I got you thinking about what me think.
Years are grinding. 2-1 Calvin, now it's 2-2. I think Nostradamus, who knew? So we tell you about all of our sponsors periodically here on WMIX. How about the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by Ford Square? 1501 Broadway. Don't forget FordSquare.com, where you can find all of their new and pre-owned inventory online. On the pitch, and this is low. And the count works full by Shelby Nunemaker.
Close. Umpire flinched.
Nunemaker, for a bit of movie Hollywood trivia for you, was the actual birth name of Joe Dirt in the movie Joe Dirt 2001. Here comes. Full count offering. Going to be slap foul. Behind the backstop. We'll do it again. What did I just talk about? That's named a sponsor, Ford Square. The old checklist. Got to mark it off.
I'll tell you about Crossroads.
Yeah. Told you plenty about them on Saturday on the Saturday Sports Show. Every week, 8 o'clock. We don't take the summer off on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com. Brought to you by Crossroads City Hospital. Lifted into right field. Micaiah Rush on the run will make the grab.
See how quick that ball died down. Micaiah Rush made a great play. That ball, she had tried to fancy it with that Willie Mays catch. She just had to do it that way because that ball got down with the wind blowing in like that. Nice play. Made a hard play look easy.
Piggybacking our Tony Wilt scoreboard, the Orphans lead Marion 1-0 after 2. The first pitch, swung a miss, Crone with her, 0-1. Of course, that scoreboard update and every scoreboard update is presented by Tony Wilt. Look for that white State Farm Jeep around town. It's pretty well a mobile business card. You'll find his web address, which is TonyWilt.com, and even his digits to his phone number. As this is going to be right side, as Stewart tries to come up with it, and does on a nice grab in right. So that's going to do us through 3.5. Still 3-1 Effingham. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon would like to announce the grand opening of a custom compounding lab located right next door. What is compounding, you ask? Well, quite simply, it's working with your doctor to solve problems. Have you ever had an infant who couldn't keep antibiotics down? Compounding is formulating that drug into a suppository. Problem solved. Have you ever been nauseous and unable to take tablets? We can compound that anti-nausea drug into a cream you simply apply to the skin. Problem solved. Worried about side effects or risks associated with oral pain medication or hormone therapy? We can compound pain medications or hormone meds into a topical cream that will avoid most, if not all, of the risks and side effects. Problem solved. These are just a small sampling of our ability to better serve our patients. It's another way we at the Medicine Shop stand out from the competition. Give the staff at the Medicine Shop a call today.
This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com.
WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Senior Day from Mount Vernon. The Lady Rams trail Effingham by a score of 3-1. We head to the home half of the fourth inning for Hodson, Wilson, and Garner. 5, 6, and 7 in the Lady Ram lineup. Here comes the first pitch outside for Colin Ritter, and that'll be 1 ball and no strikes.
14-0 now. Nashville over Benton after 3.
Nice.
Softball. Nashville going to the regional title more than likely.
1-0 pitch. Ooh, that looked like a hitter. It did. On the right hand, and so Summer Hansen will take her way to first base. One of the seniors in this Lady Ram lineup today on Senior Day. Glad to have you. Of course, we'll wrap up our regular season softball coverage on Friday as the Lady Rams, weather permitting, will travel to Salem. Then, of course, we'll follow them through the duration of what we hope will be a lengthy postseason run heading into that Heron Regional on Tuesday. Warren Wilson stands in. She represents the tying run with a runner on first and nobody out. She'll take a pitch that just misses outside. It's 1-0. 3-1 Effingham on top here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-2-3 win Effingham. Of course, Kelby Kriava came in to pitch. Lockhart moved over to first base. Micaiah Rush ended up in right field. Here comes. Oh, ball low. 2-0.
I know we're...
Yeah, I heard about that.
We're everywhere. I like to hear that cultured individuals are finding out that we are everywhere in the world.
Had some flyouts today, and some kids have flown out. Nobody flew out. What is the one?
It's have flown.
Flight out, I believe.
Yeah, flight out. You don't use flight out. They flew out.
Flew out, have flown.
Yep.
Yep. Fly ball.
Yeah, you can't have all that stuff going on. Soccer practice is over.
Yes, it is. On a ball outside that misses. Number 16, Lauren Wilson, the center fielder. It's a 3-1 hitter's count. With Garner on deck and a runner aboard in the bottom of the fourth inning. Glad to have you with us, courtesy of Community First Bank. Plenty of Jefferson County locations, whether it's Woodlawn, Dix, Mount Vernon, or Ina. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. The pitch high will be a walk.
You know, another one that gets covered up a lot, besides flight and flown and flight, flew, and have flown, is the old infamous should have. Everybody says should have instead of should have.
Should have.
Yeah, it should have.
And they use of after.
Yes, we did. We talked about that today.
Did you?
Well, my class did. We were teaching language.
Well, we kind of need to be a triumvirate of grammar.
Well, it's important to have that.
She'll like that word, probably.
Yeah.
Triumvirate.
She's probably looking it up.
As we'll have a break in the action, the coach will walk out to the circle. This break in the action is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon, 2339 Broadway, where customer service, customer care is their top priority. And, of course, care is what needs to be taken here.
Oh, it's a big inning for Mount Vernon here. First and second, nobody out. Time to get on.
Tying run on first base. The go-ahead run at the plate, Mallory Garner walked her first time. That is definitely due with runners on first and second. And nobody out in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 3-1. Lady Rams trail Effingham here, a team they beat in 5 innings last year. Pitch in round, and that's going to catch the plate. So 0-1 to Garner.
If you're Mallory, you're getting pretty aggressive here. Pretty good strike right down the middle of the plate. Jump on one here.
2 on, nobody out. Here comes the pitch across the plate indeed. Fouled off to our right. Going to miss us, of course. We never get the foul balls. Almost got one yesterday.
Last chance right here.
Almost got one yesterday at Belleville West, up in Belle Vegas.
I don't think I'm getting one tomorrow at Edwardsville.
I don't remember how that works. Not real happy about all that. We won't get that started. The 0-2 comes. This is outside for a ball. So, the reprieve here for Garner.
You have to study trivia.
Well, I might be studying something. I don't know if it's that. Might be some ingredient. 2 on, nobody out, and Garner is going to send one to the right side. Pontius does not pick up the ball. She saw the tag before she had the ball off of the ground and comes up empty. E4 will allow the bases loaded. So you have a hat trick as far as that can reach with actually hitting. You have a hit by pitch, a walk, and an error.
That's the classic where a football receiver will try to run before catching the football. And that time she tried to tag before having the softball. The glove wasn't there. It was a boot. Its bases loaded, nobody out. Time for the Lady Rams to score some runs.
Big at bat for Stewart here in the fourth. Tying run on second. Thought about the thought, maybe on a safety squeeze perhaps, and this is going to miss up and away for ball one.
Oh, right now.
Not sure what that was. You, of course, need to check out All Stars and Stitches. If you can put a logo on it, they can probably print it. See Big Dave and the crew at All Stars and Stitches just west of Benton High School, or call 435-5555 on a pitch that misses up. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Of course, a solid state final-esque umpire squad crew that we have here today.
They get down and dirty.
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out. Ball 3 high now to Stewart with Rachel Wright on deck. Eek. At least if you're Salem or Effingham. One of the two. Salem on Friday. We'll have
one of those teams with green and red colors.
Yep. Try the antithesis in terms of colors. Effingham red and green, Salem green and red. All Christmas in the Apollo. As that'll be up and away to Stewart, and that'll be a walked RBI. We've heard about those before. Of course, this one don't need to be as emphatic. It's just a run crossing the plate to make it 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Not winning a postseason game. So, and the coach will come back out. Hasn't quite made it to the circle yet. So, therefore, can't tell you if there is a break in the action. Maybe he was just bringing a ball out. Pretty suave.
Quick switch.
Oh, we are going to have a new pitcher. Okay. Who's this? Looks like Myers coming off of the first base back. Looks like maybe the old-fashioned switcheroo. As the Hearts lead 3-2, but the Lady Rams threatening with the bases loaded and absolutely nobody out here in the fourth. Tying run on third base here for Mount Vernon. Tell you about Community First Bank of the Heartland. Familiar faces and new places. That's because Community First Bank continues to expand in Jefferson County. Now with 5 branches, 2 in Mount Vernon. Don't forget about Dick's, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Rams baseball banquet tonight. We'll find out who their postseason awards will belong to after the night's over. Pitcher of the year, Ram of the year, Offensive Player of the Year, I believe.
Practice done now.
Yes. Saw Timmy roll by, they call him.
Tailgating going on out here.
At the bat, among some others. Rams in action tomorrow at Edwardsville. That game will be here on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com with a 4:15 pregame. In steps Rachel Wright, bases juice, nobody out. Tying run on third. Here in the home half of the fourth. Pitch on the way, and that doesn't have much movement to it. Misses up. 1-0. So Ryan on the new pitcher here, Deidre Myers. See if she can make something happen and get some outs here in the fourth. Wright grips the bat tightly. Here comes. This is high, 2-0.
Take another one. You got a new pitcher in, 2 balls to start with. Take another and make her find the plate.
Make her throw strikes at this juncture. 2-0 coming high and tight. 3 balls, no strikes to Rachel Wright, the freshman catcher. Of course, get your credit approved over the phone at Second Chance Auto without even leaving your house. Just pick up the phone and dial 244-4582. Cars, trucks, SUVs, vans. The largest selection in one location. The price under $10,000 is Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East, on a pitch that caught the upper edge of the zone to make it 3-1 here to Wright. Bases are loaded in the fourth. Home half, 3-2 ball game. Effingham on top, but for how much longer? As Wright will get a base on balls RBI. Pitch missed high. We're tied.
Opening error. Head by pitch, walk, error, walk, walk.
2 runs across the plate without a base hit.
Jumping around, you don't get help from the field, and then pitchers change, and then it gets ugly quick.
Tied at 3, and Paige Clinton with a big at-bat. Bases loaded, nobody out. The pitch will miss low and end to the senior shortstop, and it's 1-0. All kinds of messed up. As we wait, the 1-0 pitch to Clinton comes inside. It's 2-0, and Effingham's got to buy some strikes. Somewhere, some way. Of course, the Lady Rams' first run crossed the plate, I believe, in the third to make it 3-1. I believe it was Rachel Wright that crossed the bag. Bases loaded here, nobody out. Clinton will see a strike across the plate here. Had the right idea on 2-0, make her throw a strike, and that's what just happened. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Now you're looking to box a pitch here and take a big hack at it.
2-1 en route. Here it comes. Clinton's going to whack it back to the pitcher. To home for 1. No, the throw is going to be off the mark, and the Lady Rams will get 1 run across the plate. Here comes number 2. Looks like she slid right into the tag, as that will be Alexis Stewart out at the plate. But Garner comes in to score the go-ahead run on an E1.
Yep, it scores the first one. And again, that's the second error of the inning for Effingham. Had an easy 1-2-3 double play. Pitcher just threw one little wide left to the catcher.
Of course, they're going to have a courtesy runner. We'll swap Rachel's again as Rachel Kirsch will come in on third base. So Clinton on first, Kirsch on third. Runners are at the corners here with only 1 out in the inning. The lone out came on some aggressiveness at home plate on a ball that got away on an E1. A ground ball back to the pitcher. Could have been a simple double play. Ends up missing the catcher's mid, and now it's a 4-3 Lady Ram lead. All runs have crossed without a single base hit here in the inning. Pitch on the way, and that's going to catch inside to Kelby Kay. They throw behind the runner, Kirsch. Gun down at third.
I got her with too big a lead. Baited her into it, and you just cannot get caught there snapping at third. That takes you right out of what could have been a bigger inning if you're not careful.
Riava might have something to say. At least Clinton was able to take second on the play. 1-0 is the count. Here comes. The 1-0 pitch on the way is going to miss outside. 2 balls, no strike.
Well, since we named almost every other player, Clayton Reeves also in the line of cars leaving the ballpark.
I called him Timmy.
Timmy,
That's the first
there you go. Timmy has been mentioned.
He must not like it well
Give
enough.
him a little shout-out.
At Clayton Reeves, 6 follows us on Twitter. You should, too, at WMIX Sports. Popped up foul territory. Good stop there by the catcher with 2 hands. She'll make the grab, and that'll retire the side through 4. The Lady Rams scored 3 without any hits here in the inning. Take a 4-3 lead over the Hearts. This is Confidence Softball from WMIX Sports.
It happens every spring. You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 32 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties, honest deals, and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. And you don't even have to leave your home to get credit approval. Call Second Chance Auto at 244-4582 and get pre-approved right over the phone. They know bad things can happen to good people. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon.
Startup businesses, and they come in the door, they're pretty green.
Randy Atkinson, owner of Heartland Accounting, on why he is a small business expert.
I have had businesses where I've talked to people in their garage and have grown it to work in 3 states. There's a lot of tremendous opportunity to help people from the very inception of their business, whether it's just talking about what does it take to become successful, what sorts of things do we need to stay legal. I feel very qualified to help people get to where they want to be. I've had that experience and have helped that situation become successful.
Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B.
Back to Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank.
For commercial loans, see Joe David Cummins, Joanne Joyer, Terry Procise. Community First Bank of the Heartland wants you back to personal banking, also equal housing lender, and member FDIC. Kelby Kay comes out for another inning of work. Of course, the Lady Rams defensively have shifted a bit. Of course, Rachel Wright still behind the plate. Mallory Garner at third. Clinton remains at short as the first pitch on the way to Alexis Osborne. Take it low, and of course, your second baseman is Alexis Stewart. At first, now Haley Lockhart. Hobson, Wilson, and Rush are your outfield. A high pitch is swung on a miss. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Lady Rams scored 3 runs on no hits. All walks, errors, or hit batsmen, I guess we could say, hit batswoman. As they take a 4-3 lead. Foul ball down the left field side. Neither Hodgson nor Paige Clinton can catch up to it. 3-1-2.
Left fielder's got to call off that shortstop, take an opportunity to dive at it. Nobody talks, so you get the tennis husband and wife out there.
We'll look for Ren Lake College player of the game in this one. Ren Lake College could save you thousands on your collegiate education. Log on to rlc.edu. See which program is right for you as the 1-2 comes. And that'll be a strikeout of the swinging variety on a pitch high.
Gas up the shaft is what that was, the elevator shaft. High in the zone, the way she'd catch up with it.
Of course, we're talking about Ren Lake College. They'll present the video streaming of the class of 2013 commencement exercise on Saturday night. Watch the MVTHS graduation. It's going to be a fastball turned on. Foul, deep, left field line, out of play.
Well, that didn't hit the tree. That might have been down the road. Could have been Water Center.
Tin Cup. You can watch it online anyhow at WMIX94.com or WMIXsports.com. The class of 2013 graduations. This hits Teddy in the shoulder pad. He's all right.
Oh, they call that Sergio now. Reload. Or, of course, I play that. They call that the whale when you hit 2 in the water.
Nice. So we wait the 0-2, and here it comes. Took something off, but it's going to be fouled off on the front foot. Stays 0-2. Let's see. What do we need to tell you about? How about Sarah Staley of County Financial? What you don't know or understand about your existing policies can end up hurting you and your family. With the right help from County Financial, almost any family can achieve financial security. Develop a plan to meet your goals with your County Financial representative in the King City, Sarah Staley. A pitch in the dirt low makes it 1-2 now to Courtney Wine of Effingham. Hearts now trail 4-3 in the top of the 5th. Here comes. Swung on a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Cuyama.
A little momentum now for the Lady Rams. Seems like it has swapped big time towards the orange and black.
Well, you change pitchers in the 4th. You get your first 1-2-3 inning. You get a big inning in terms of 3 runs on no hits in the bottom half, and now you come back out firing. Get Utz there, and you go down 1-2-3 again. Pitch on the way is going to catch. It was low on the way, but across the plate, good enough for 0-1.
You get a quick 1-2-3 inning, get the bats back at the plate. You got an opportunity to make some hay here.
Pitch on the way, 0-1. Call that a drop ball, perhaps, and it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Randy Pontiac's on deck for the Hearts. They trail 4-3 here in the top of the 5th. Glad to have you with us on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We'll have a scoreboard up there tonight on the pitch high. 2-1 now to Utz.
Well, if everybody finds facts and machine or the internet.
Boy, I'll tell you what, .org was disappointing last night. Here comes, ripped to the left side just underneath the mid of Clinton and into left field. It'll be limited to a 2-out single here for Hood.
I cannot get on to the .org because the .org can only put up if other schools would use it properly.
Oh, I know. I was just saying I was disappointed. Of course, you have to discover the internet, Bill Curtis. Illinois Broadcaster Association Hall of Famer, no less.
Well, it's just one of those deals where you have to send scores in the IHSA to help everybody out.
Yes, sir. Just because your name's misread on the weather radio means nothing. Ground ball to Clinton, could end the inning, and Pontius will ground out 6-3. Effingham strands a runner here in the fifth through 4.5. It's 4-3 Lady Rams. This is Confidence Softball from WMIX Sports.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
I'm Kevin Snyder with a look at your next rad weather. For the afternoon, it will be breezy and warmer with mostly sunny skies, high of 84. A clear, breezy, and mild night tonight with a low near 60, then a breezy and very warm day tomorrow with clouds and sunshine, high of 86. A shower or thunderstorm in the area for Thursday, high of 78. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Lady Rams on WMIX.
Bottom of the hour on WMIX Mount Vernon. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Here as we head to the bottom of the fifth. It'll be Lockhart, followed by Wright and Hobson here in the home half of the fifth. 4-3 is your score. Glad to have those of you with us who may be listening from any device at WMIXsports.com. First pitch to Lockhart. Going to be sent right back up the middle. Surprise, surprise. And that'll be another base hit for Haley.
Only the fourth hit for Mount Vernon, but they've been helped out by some shoddy pitching and some even more shoddier fielding by the Lady Hearts.
Second Chance Auto, one of our fine sponsors. Get your credit approved over the phone at Second Chance without even leaving your home. Just pick up the phone and dial 244-4582. No fancy sales gimmicks, just honest deals at Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. 14-0. Is your final in the DuQuoin Regional today as the Nashville Hornets defeat the Benton Rangerettes. Wow.
So much for Nashville traveling. We'll see what Goreville does. Goreville's another, the state champ in 1A that has struggled at times this year, especially down the stretch. We'll see if they catch fire here in postseason.
I'm behind on text.
If they can win a regional, they host their sectional, which will help them plentifully.
Immensely. One on and nobody out for Wright. This one's going to be a bomb to straightaway center field on the run, and not coming up with it will be Courtney White. Around second, headed for third, is the Lockhart courtesy runner. It'll be second and third on the big, flashly double by Hannah Wright.
Any other day of the week, that's a home run by no problem at all. With the warmed up and the wind blowing in from southwest, that is a double off the wall.
Of course, we'll have some more details from some more scores from around the area. The Orphans lead Marion 1-0 after 3. Baseball last check in the middle of the fifth. Carbondale and Harrisburg were tied at 1. Worldwide Updates powered by Tony Wilt State Farm Insurance. For all your insurance financial service needs, see Tony right here in the King City, worldwide at TonyWilt.com, or kind of like the Great Waldo search. Look for that white State Farm Jeep about town. It's like a mobile business card, which allows you to get to a better state with State Farm agent Tony Wilt.
Carbondale leads Harrisburg in baseball 2-1.
Oh, an update. Doing what we can on the Twitterverse as a pitch will come high to Hobson. 4-1-0. Runners are on second and third. Rush came in to run for Hannah Wright. Unaware of the courtesy runner. Might be a Scoville out there on third. Trying to look through the helmet and the face mask. This one will be sent to the left field, and that'll be an RBI, maybe two. They're going to hold Rush up at third base, and it's 5-3.
It's a good call there. Don't want to run into an out. RBI single for Hobson. 5-3. Fifth hit of the day. Mount Vernon starting to get some hits put together.
You are right. Pinch runner, of course, was on second base. Now on third, it's Micaiah Rush. So used to Hannah Wright being a pitcher. And here comes the first pitch, and it'll be right down the middle to Lauren Wilson for a strike, 0-1. Here's the situation, the details of the inning. 2 on and nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 5-3 Lady Ram lead. Most of the damage, of course, done in the 4th without any base hits. Now they're hitting the ball. We'll see what continues to happen as Wilson gets a piece of one into the third base dugout for a foul. Nothing in
Pay attention down there. Those two. Oh, I see. No problem.
Oh, Brian Reynolds there.
Brian Reynolds was there ready to go.
Old Brian Reynolds.
Brian was ready to go.
Kid. Yep. Good to see him here at the ballpark today. Cusumano Sports Complex, the lovely King City. 2 on, nobody out. Check swing by Wilson. That's going to be plopped into the middle of the right fielder. Wilson on the run, unable to tag his Rush on third, and will stay second on third with 1 out.
Rush's first reaction was to freeze. She didn't go back to the bag on a fly ball, and that was why she didn't score. You know, Reynolds down there, he's got that pose like somebody else I know. We know. I can't think what he looks like.
Oh, Lonan pose.
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's right, yeah. Got the Coach Lonan pose going on.
If there's ever a little mini-me for Jeffrey, that'd be it. Here comes Garner standing in, takes a pitch shot. He'll love that comparison.
Yeah.
Good kid down there, of course.
There's the pose. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No, I'm
These are coming up.
When he crosses his arm.
Right there.
That's right there. Yeah. The cross arm. There it is.
1-0 for Garner with 2 on and 1 out. Ooh, and this will be a pop-up in the right center field. On the run is Wilson, and neither will come up with it. The center fielder does not call off the right fielder. Rush comes in to score. Here comes Hobson. Throw will not be in time even if they get it to the plate. And Lady Rams score 2 more.
Mallory Garner drove in 2 and scored 1. She's had a big day. It's 7-3 now. Lady Rams starting to wrap the bats, and the outfielders for Effingham not talking to each other. You can avoid almost collisions and avoid collisions by talking and communicating. And the center fielder and the right fielder did nothing for Effingham. That ball should have been caught.
So Ashley S., one of the seniors honored prior to the game, will get an at-bat. She follows us on Twitter, at least did. Hope still does. You can follow us as well at WMIX Sports. Find us on Facebook. All of it's easily accessible from WMIXSports.com. We hope you'll give that a try as well. Runner on second. Lady Rams will score 2 more in the inning. I believe it's now 7-3. So the runner on second, 1 out. Here comes the pitch to Ads. It's going to be in the dirt. Garner's going to swipe third, and the ball will roll up the first baseline to help make that happen. Good base running by Mallory Garner. Of course, Mallory's spelled by calorie, but with an M. A unique spelling. Of course, Ashley S., it's E-S-S. Not just the letter.
Another visit to the mound.
This break in the action is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway here in Mount Vernon. Where customer service, customer care is our top priority. Don't forget about the new TMS Mobility and Rehab for all of your standard and custom mobility needs. Hey, we're going to have a new Effingham pitcher. It'll be Courtney Utz.
They have struggled.
Well, 2 Utzes out there
in the bullpen today.
This is really what the Lady Rams needed.
Confidence builder. Get the bats rolling, get things going to that game tomorrow at Centralia. Cuda on Thursday, Salem on Friday. Busy week. Weather may hold out for a while, and then regional.
Of course, we'll have the game on Friday at Salem. We'll travel to Marion County to bring you that one. 4:15, your pregame, 4:30, your first pitch. You're on AM 940 and WMIXSports.com, and I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Culture.
Yeah, culture spelling. Can't wait. If she can figure out something with my name after that, I want to see this.
Manny with a D. She'll go first name.
Yeah,
I'm calling it now.
Yeah, the first name's too easy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, how about that?
That's nice.
Hugo with an L, Lugo, yeah.
Oh, man. Calling me on it, too. That's the best part about it.
I know.
1-0 count here for Ashley.
She flew and half flown out the...
Oh, man. We haven't even gotten the comparative and superlative adjectives yet.
Oh, no, we haven't.
Ashley. So as pinch hitting here, the senior honored before the game, 1 of 5 or 6. I didn't count them. I just said their names. And this one will miss up and into Ashley S. 3-0.
Yeah, that's one of those you, yeah, have flown.
Inside again on 3-0. They're not going to throw behind the runner, and it'll be 1 out.
Should have thrown a strike. That was today in the room. That should have slang.
It's often said like should have.
Should have. Yeah, it's kind of slang together.
Yeah.
The youngsters look at you like,
of course, the biggest thing you have to worry about these days seems to be instead of plural, just the S on the end, people are using that apostrophe for pluralization. And that can't happen on the first pitch to Rachel Wright and Mrs. High for 1-0.
Everybody wants to put apostrophe on a word in Smith.
How does culture feel about that?
You're incoming.
We'll find out. Our culture director.
Oh, according to Google, slide out is correct in baseball.
We don't like it, though.
I don't like
we
it.
have to slide. He's going to be fouled off, and the catcher can't come up with a grab. It'll remain a loud strike, 1-1.
Well, that's okay, but it's just not, doesn't sound right.
Oh, I know. It's culturally acceptable.
Yeah.
We talked about that prior to a baseball game one day, but we don't like it. So thus, we do not have to use it or utilize that particular context of any word.
No. We start conjugating and doing sentences, we'll be into it. By now, Lady Rams need to get some more runs.
Trying to conjugate some runs across the plate. 1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch on the way. Left hanging. Right will send that into left. Will it be enough? Nope. Won't be enough to tag for Garner. It'll be 2 away. How about Bucket Hat 1 chiming in? Hate when people spell my last name K's with an apostrophe S, like as if he's some jewelry company. He didn't say that. I added that on for effect. Okay. Every kid apparently does not begin with Bucket Hat. 2 on, 2 out. For Clay, she'll rip one into the center. White will be on the run. She'll backtrack and make the grab. So the Lady Rams add 3 more, some insurance here in the 5th to take a 7-3 lead over Effingham. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank, asking why you bank with Community First Bank. Is it knowing your deposits are also vital to home loans in Jefferson County and our local economy? Is it having your choice of convenient locations and ATMs? Is it seeing a staff of friendly faces you recognize as your neighbors? These are all reasons enough to count, though you only need one, and we are honored you chose us. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Rend Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Rend Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
Back to Lady Rams softball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hey, how about it? We're back on WMIX, WMIXsports.com, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. See Bria Ashby at Community First Bank in Milford for all of your personal banking needs. Find out more at ComFirstBank.net. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Holly Carroll back at our Milford studio here as we head toward the top of the 6 o'clock hour, about 18 shy, closer to the bottom half of the 5 o'clock hour for keeping score at home. But heading into the top of the 6th inning for Effingham, who trails 7-3 now. It'll be Kaylee Tawn, Deidre Myers, and Brittany Beals. Starting a swapping here in the lineup. They are 16-13 on the year, but the Lady Rams, who are 9-13, trying to get to win number 10. Trying to move Effingham closer to 500. A base hit ripped through the left side on a first pitch fastball, and Don will get aboard with a single.
7th hit. Down 7-3. Effingham on the road, wanting to get back into this one a little bit.
Of course, for Kelby Quiab, I believe, would stand to be the winner in this one. Going back and doing the math. She came out to pitch in the 4th, and all the damage was done in the bottom half of the 4th. This is when the Lady Rams took the lead. Here comes a pitch on the way, and this one's going to be smoked in the left off the bat of Myers. Over the head of Hobson, and this could be some trouble here. Back to the get it is Wilson. Here comes the runner at the plate. Clinton won't have a throw home, and wow.
RBI double on a ball that was roped over the left fielder's head for another run. It's 7-4. Just get the feeling this one's a long way from being over right now.
Of course it is. Reasons for that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying in general.
Of course, we'll have a break in the action here, powered by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway, where customer service is their top priority. Lance Bolt's going to come out to talk to the crew here. 7-4 ball game. Effingham threatening here with a runner on second and nobody out. Here in the top of the 6th, Beals, of course, up to bat. We'll see what happens. Just going to talk it over. Now Effingham's going to talk it over. Oddly enough, a game that's had some solid defense, given that neither team was really able to warm up. Take infield.
They didn't. They elected not to. Obviously, Effingham, an hour down, plus on the bus. So they get here and want to go at 4:30. That was one of those deals.
And so we're back to the action. The first pitch to Beals will miss high. It's 1-0 with a runner on second and nobody out here in the top of the 6th. It's a 7-4 ball game. Lady Rams hard by 3.
There's another one, ends in F. People confused with apostrophe.
You're right. Here it comes. I noticed the biggest thing where I've started to notice it, Danny, is like on welcome stones, like out by the mailbox and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen that a lot more. It's like, kidding me? Here it comes. Inside misses, 2-1. But if you do it right, it can be a case of possession there. That's the other thing, though. You got to be careful. Up high.
Plate bouncing around now again.
Because where it become interesting, and it doesn't even matter. Why are we going?
Because we're talk about anything, basically.
Here comes, ripped through the left side of the infield for a base hit. Will it be enough to score? They're going to wave the runner in. Here comes the throw to corner. Play at the plate. Nope. Going to put it in her pocket. That was well done. It kept the runner on first.
Kept the runner on first. 2 back-to-back runs here by Effingham. 7-5 now. This game tightens up. 9th hit of the day. Here comes pitching change.
So we're going to see some things happen around the diamond. It should be Hannah Wright in the pitch, of course. Looks like she's healed, which is good for these Lady Rams, of course, as they head into the postseason. Of course, they might only be able to use her in a relief capacity. I forget what the status was. Here's Flora, of course, legendary Ram baseball player in attendance now. Follows us on Twitter, as should you, at WMIX Sports. Of course, Pierce.
He made the appearance at practice today. It's baseball practice.
That's a good kid to have. Of course, middle infield's typically been strong for the Rams. You probably want to find one much stronger than Pierce Flora. Class of 11, I believe. Was on some good Ram teams that went to sectional championship games. Of course, unfortunately lost to Triad and Waterloo in consecutive years. Has one of the records. I cannot remember if it's career hits.
It's not like they were chopped hamburger or anything teams they were playing. I mean, you get to 3A level in baseball,
that valley is
you
tough.
find out the Mississippi Valley is not easy.
And just because there might be a Southwestern Conference team that's under 500 or under 500 in the conference, and that's Southwestern, those 4A schools, don't be fooled, but most of them are good. Of course, West, end of the Rams, a 1-0 loss yesterday. Lady Rams found out how tough the Southwestern was with Belleville East losing.
They're going to get a chance tomorrow, too. The guy, coach, has 500 career wins in Funkhausen tomorrow at Edwardsville.
Of course, Mike Waldo helps him out, at least did.
It's about 6,000 wins.
Yes, it is.
How many yellow notebooks you think's on that staff?
How many clipboards? Quite a few.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, the classy operation there between Funkhauser and Waldo and Edwardsville. Actually got a game in with those two, I believe, in 2010. Rams, I believe, won a 2-1 walk-off on what was a great game. Of course, as a Rams team, we told you, went to the sectional championship and lost to a tough Triad bunch. A game that, as the thing has gone the opposite way, might have had a chance to win later, but you think back to the Rams teams that have always been competitive with those Valley teams, and that's the reason they toughen up that schedule. Of course, it'll be Hannah Wright into pitch. Here in the top of the sixth, what's happening now is developing here with the details. It's a runner on first. 2 runs across the plate. It's a 7-5 ball game with nobody out.
If you're a South 7 school in sports, you're going to have to go through the Valley, Central State 8, Big 12, some kind of combination once you get out of here in order to get to a super and or get to a state in any sports. You're going to have to go through those teams. You may as well play them, get a taste of them.
Here we are in the top of the sixth. Action will resume. The Hearts are threatening. Here comes Shelby Nunemaker to stand in with a runner on first, nobody out. Takes a first pitch. It looked low from Hannah Wright, who comes in. The sophomore making an appearance today. Yeah. Did you get the impression this one could be a long way away from over? Here comes another one on the way. Long on a miss, and the count will even up at 1-1.
Carbondale beat Heron in baseball today, 2-1.
Harrisburg.
Harrisburg, yeah. Carbondale is a team next week in that Heron Regional. I'm telling you, you got to be careful of.
Here comes a pitch on the way to Nunemaker. Popped up right side. Lockhart will come away with it. She's back at second. Cuiava back at first. Ashley Hess took over in right field, by the way. But you look at them, they're up and down. That's because they're so young. You look at that team as they mature. They're going to be.
Well, they got a win over Mount Vernon. They gave Mount Vernon all kinds of fits here in Mount Vernon, and that Terriers team is going to be tough to put away.
First pitch fastball swung and missed by Sarah Kronwitter, now at first base, I believe.
And you don't like the fact that you got to beat teams, got to beat 2 teams multiple times to get out of a regional.
Pitch on the way. It's going to catch the outside corner. 0-2 now to Kronwitter. And that's the thing where 3A's kind of doomed you in that standpoint where you have to play conference teams and teams you see all the time, but it's helped you out that you don't have to see the Southwestern Conference.
Well, with 2A, and everybody goes through it because it's all conference almost anyway now.
Exactly. This one's going to be deep in the center field. Wilson will make the grab. On her heels, she'll fire one back into the infield. Good cutoff there by Haley Lockhart, and there would be the second out with still a runner on first. Nice. So the Lady Rams, just like that, after a pitching change, could be out of harm's way. But the final out always the toughest, and Alexis Osborne will stand in. 7-5 ball game. Lady Rams up 2. Tying run at the plate. Pitch on the way is going to be a fastball out. 1-0. Beautiful day here at the Old Ball Yard. Here comes one, and this will be turned on. Gardner's going to give a chase in foul territory. Cannot make the grab. We were blocked by the dugout.
Yeah, that ball, last I saw the ball and Garner it was hitting off the palm of her glove. Happy glove there, but hit off the palm, not in the webbing.
That gave it a good effort.
It bounced out. Gave it a good effort, though. She knew where that fence was and that dugout was getting help from her own home team in the third base dugout.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 gone, 1 aboard here in the 6th. It's a 7-5 ball game, but this one's going to miss slow. 2 balls and a strike. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Malford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ida. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
I know who he is. I wonder.
There you go. Here comes inside 3-1.
Like, oh, yeah, Effingham. Yeah, there's the point guard. Yeah,
I remember him.
That point guard has
like
one of my favorite
times this year.
Yeah, but he's one of my favorite point guards.
Tough Effingham Hearts team. I think we did just about all 4 of their games in the CHC.
Enjoy it.
Station X95.
Have to enjoy that.
Here comes. It's going to be a swing. She rolls through, and that was full count offering. I have 3. Maybe it wasn't.
I have 3 out.
She was walking back to the dugout. Nice. I had 3 and 1 on the count, which is why I was confused. And so I thought maybe I had missed something. So the details now. Full count. It was a 3-1, like I thought.
The audit has proven a 3-2 count.
I see what you did there. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, we'll get back to the action. Full count, 2 gone here in the 6th. We're going to miss. Elementary as that may have been. The Hearts scored 2 here in the 6th. It's now 7-5. Lady Rams still on top. This is Malford Softball presented by Community First Bank.
State Farm, this is Jessica.
Hey, Jessica, Jerry Newman. Does State Farm offer more discounts to more drivers?
Yep, like the good driver discount.
So it's for good, but not great drivers?
No, Jerry. There's also the multi-line discount.
For calling from multiple lines while driving?
You should never use a phone while driving.
I only make calls from my car when I'm stuck in a ditch or something.
Are you in a ditch?
Yes, I am.
State Farm offers more discounts to more drivers than any other insurance company. Get to a better state.
One more reason to call State Farm agent Tony Wilton Mount Vernon at 242-1421.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. And when there are back problems, pain is always a constant companion. The Orthopedic Center also specializes in pain management, so put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Back to the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. This is Lady Rams Softball on WMIX.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski as we head to the home half of the 6 for 2, 3, and 4 in the Lady Ram lineup. Elby Kuyava, of course, we'll see Haley Lockhart and Hannah Wright.
Could just follow.
There you go. Yeah, we got to exchange.
Solve that off air. We got. Yeah,
we're going to exchange equipment here anyway.
Yeah, but I'm saying.
I know what you're saying. All right, I feel you, Doug.
Off air conversation.
Yeah. So Kuyava stands in. Here comes the first pitch, and it's fouled down the third base side into the dugout for 0-1 to Kelby Kay. Grin Lake College play of the game will come your way in our post-game show. Grin Lake College online at rlc.edu. You can find over 100 degree and certificate programs, all for thousands less. JCSA softball should be getting underway following this Lady Rams game and across all the diamonds here at the Cusumano Sports Complex. As Kuyava will rip this one back into the middle of the pitcher, Courtney Hoots.
Yeah, and then it won't be so rough, dog, all year round.
Oh, heaven. Cough out of the way. Here we go. Cough button would have been nice.
Cough button was off that time.
Too far down. So Lockhart will stand in, and she will rip one into left field, but not quite have the distance. It'll get past Dunnebaker. Who am I? It'll be ground rule double.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even see it bounce. I think it went under.
Went under. Soft patch out there. 7th hit of the game for the Lady Rams. Actually, 8. 7-5. You need some run. Kind of cushion this lead a little bit heading into the top of the 7th.
And that'll bring in the DP, Hannah Wright, with one out and a runner on second base. A 7-5 ball game. Lady Rams on top. They're fouled on the third base side.
Tell you what, Wright come out of her shoes that time trying to jump on that pitch. She was swinging for the fences.
Of course, the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Find the all-new 2013 Ford Fusion. Ford Square, online at FordSquare.com, where the best never rest.
What we got?
Bench courtesy. Who is that on there? Haley Lockhart. So, the courtesy runner, bench runner. Like Emily Bora. Can't see the number. I'm just going by what it looks like. So we'll assume Emily Bora unless we're told otherwise. Uh-oh. So a runner on second, one gone here in the top of the 6th inning for Hannah Wright. No balls, 1 strike is the count. Oh, no. Here comes the pitch on the way, and that is going to be up and out. 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 out and a runner in scoring position here for Hannah Wright, the DP. Pitch en route, and this one's going to be popped up into right. Wilson, at least last check, that's whom it was, is going to make the grab out there in right field for the second out.
It's a tough sky, too. I mean, it's a clear day, no clouds, sun's out bright. And you got to sit there and you got to, battle everything else, trying to make catch with the wind even. And it's one of those days. Wind swirling around here.
So that'll bring in Summer Hobson, had an RBI single last time up, scored twice today. Lady Rams on top 7-5. She'll put this one into right. Shouldn't be a problem for Wilson. She'll make the grab. And that'll do us through 6. Last chance 7th for the Hearts when we come back. 7-5 Lady Rams. This is Mount Vernon Softball, powered by Community First Bank.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday Sports Show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins. You did it. It's graduation day and you've got that feeling beyond compare. From kindergarten to graduation, your day-to-day efforts have been your first long-term investment. Community First Bank extends congratulations along with a promise. In the coming year, we will increase our community scholarship dollars to encourage graduation goals across Jefferson County and further invest in our community. Like us on Facebook to learn more. Community First Bank, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Find us on Facebook under WMIX Sports. Back to the Lady Rams on WMIX.
Last chance 7 for the Effingham Hearts. It'll be 9-1 and 2 up. Last check, that was Courtney White, Kelly Utz, and Brandy Pontius in the Heart lineup. And, of course, we are going to see some changes as Madison Weiss, not spelled like Walt Weiss, the Colorado Rockies manager, one out short.
Nope, that's how I was told. I knew we could remember it that way.
I appreciate that very much. Of course, you might think it might be Weiss because it's spelled like a possible spelling of Reese, but it's actually Weiss. Rhymes with mine. Usually EI in that neck of the woods, you can consider it a long I. I've learned.
Right.
Of course, last chance for Effingham, trailing 7-5. It'll be up to 9-1 and 2. We'll see Weiss to start. Yeah, that's that stuff. Still have
okay.
Same info.
I did give it back to you.
Yeah, different team.
Yeah. I got that covered tomorrow. If I got a place to get a laptop, I got it made.
Yeah, we'll give you a table. Cheers.
Sit back and tell you the story in the 4th inning. Yep. Get back to this one.
Yes, indeed. Here comes the right-handed Weiss. First pitch on the way, and that's going to be swung on a miss for a strike. And the Lady Rams looking for outs number 19, 20, and 21 here in the top of the 7th, up 7-5. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Holly Carroll back at our Mount Vernon studio. Pitch and route comes. Swung on a miss. Too much from Hannah Wright that time for Weiss, and it's 0-2. Yep. Nothing into the count. Nobody on, nobody out. Weiss gets it started. Pops one up in the center. Playing deep was Wilson. Charges in to make the grab. Fundamentally sound.
This will be nice momentum. You got a game tomorrow with your arch rivals. You got Mosquito on Thursday. Salem on Friday. You got some games. You got an opportunity to get some wins in for the season. Regular season schedule wraps up.
And a right-handed bat, Kelly Utz will stand in. Takes the first pitch. It's ahead here 1-0. Didn't see a strike signal. Of course, didn't look down quickly enough. 1 ball, no strikes. Nobody on, 1 out here, top of the 7th. 7-5 ball game. Effingham's down a pair of runs. Here comes the pitch from Hannah. That's going to miss low and inside for 2-0. Community First Bank of the Heartland, 5 Jefferson County branches, more than anyone else. See them in Mount Vernon Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina, the official voice of high school sports on WMIX. They welcome you back to personal banking, member FDIC. So, 2-0 the count. Again, nobody on, 1 out. You're in the last chance, top of the 7th for the Effingham Lady Hearts. Pitching. Oh! Up. 3-0. Tough crowd.
That was right.
Ooh, here comes one down the middle. There's 3 balls, 1 strike. Lady Rams looking for the final 2 outs here and trying to get to win number 10 on the year. Pitch on the way is going to catch the high edge of the zone, and the count quickly works itself full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, as some of the JCSA crowd files in. It's senior day here from the Cusumano Sports Complex. All the seniors honored prior to the game. This one's going to be fouled over us. No chance, no clue, no hope. Too high. Almost had one yesterday at West. Would have taken me out of my chair, though. I didn't care at that point. I just let it go. And that was that. Never to be seen again as it went to the JV field. Bounced away. Here comes the pitch on the way, and this one's going to be popped up. Left side of the infield. Clinton will get underneath it to make the grab. And there's your second out.
1 out away for Lady Rams getting a win on senior. Goreville 110 zip to start their defending championship run.
Over Joppa Maple Grove.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll have that. So with 2 outs and nobody on, Pontius will stand in, and she will send one to center. Wilson will charge up on it and make the grab. Lady Rams will win this one by a score of 7-5. We'll tell you all about it in our Schmitz Relay postgame show. Coming up next, this is Lady Rams softball powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank, asking why you bank with Community First Bank. Is it knowing your deposits are also vital to home loans in Jefferson County and our local economy? Is it having your choice of convenient locations and ATMs? Is it seeing a staff of friendly faces you recognize as your neighbors? These are all reasons enough to count, though you only need one, and we are honored you chose us. Community First Bank, welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
The technology in the 2013 Ford Fusion keeps you connected with the world and with your car. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Available sync with My Ford Touch allows you to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road while you play your favorite music. Control the interior climate, make or receive phone calls, and receive turn-by-turn directions. The new suspension system delivers a smooth ride, and for peace of mind, the available intelligent all-wheel drive system gives you traction when you need it most. Already affordable, drive away in a 2013 Ford Fusion for only $20,995 when you finance through Ford Motor Credit. Come see one of our associates at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or see our entire inventory online at fordsquare.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
What does technology sound like? Is it the clang of heavy machinery, the beeps and chirps of an electronic gadget? At the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, technology sounds a little something like this.
It's the sound of a young girl excited because her mom's being released the same day as her minimally invasive surgery. Thanks to the Da Vinci surgical robot, our surgeons' hand motions are seamlessly translated into smaller, more precise movements. But surgery isn't the only way Good Samaritan is raising the bar for advanced healthcare in Southern Illinois.
That's the sound of a patient's health record being updated and stored electronically for immediate access by nurses, primary care doctors, and specialists alike. That's why soon, the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center will use all electronic patient health records. Less paper translates to faster, better care for you. And that sounds a little something like this.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Southern Illinois now has a better home for sports. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Jam-packed with local scores, video highlights, and archives of every local sports broadcast on WMIX. Did your team win? Missed that game-winning shot last night? Didn't catch your favorite coach on the Saturday sports show? WMIXSports.com is right at your fingertips. On your computer, your smartphone, your tablet, or your video game console. It's the all-new WMIXSports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. This is Lady Rams softball on WMIX. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. You can view all of their inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Wrapping up a Lady Rams 7-5 victory over the visiting Effingham Lady Hearts. And, of course, it ended up being one that looked like it might go the way of the Heart early. Lady Rams come back using the big bottom half of the fourth inning. Kelby Quiava comes in relief, and next thing we know, Lady Rams get a big 7-5 win.
Good win, good comeback win. And for the seniors, too, to get a win on the final time they'll wear a Lady Rams uniform here on this field.
Yes, it is. We need to take a gander at the Heartland Accounting postgame stat.
Effingham, 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors. Mount Vernon, 7 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. Kelby Quiava, the winning pitcher in relief. Sierra Kronwitter, your losing pitcher. And a game that took 1 hour and 30 minutes. Mount Vernon defeats Effingham in softball today, 7-5.
Started right. Let Heartland Accounting help make your business a success. Heartland Accounting, 3000 Broadway, Suite 2B. Your small business expert. That's going to do it for us for this segment of your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. 7-5 win for the Lady Rams. We'll come back with the Renwick College player of the game. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist John Feerick with a look at your next rad weather. Clear and mild tonight, low 61. And tomorrow, very warm. Times of clouds and sunshine. A shower thunderstorm around in the afternoon, the high 86. Mostly cloudy tomorrow night with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, low 62. Then Thursday, variably cloudy. A shower thunderstorm around, the high up to 80. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Rend Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Rend Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Back to the Lady Rams on WMIX.
WMIX, WMIXSports.com, and, of course, 7-5, your winner for the Lady Rams over Effingham. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. We need to Renwick Lake College players of the game.
Well, it kind of goes in a category where we do this every year. It's kind of a ceremonial thing with us. Last home game of the season, the seniors of Mount Vernon High School, the Lady Rams softball team, are your players of the game.
There you go. Renwick Lake College, where you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. That's going to do it for us today. Back on the air tomorrow, the Mount Vernon Rams will travel to Edwardsville. 4:15 is your pregame, 4:30 is your first pitch, AM 940. And WMIXSports.com. 7-5 winner for the Lady Rams. For Danny Czerwinski, for Holly Carroll, for all of us at Withers Broadcasting. Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball. I'm Chris Hugo. So long from the King City.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Lady Rams softball on WMIX and online at WMIXSports.com. Lady Rams softball has been presented by the official voice of the Lady Rams, Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams softball on WMIX is also sponsored in part by Renwick Lake College. See how you can save thousands on your education at rlc.edu. The Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto, Good Samaritan Regional Health Center, Raising a Hospital, Raising the Bar, Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, and also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, Sarah Staley, your country financial agent, Heartland Accounting, and by Central Christian Church. Your home for news, talk, sports, and America's best music, WMIX.